everyone, and welcome back to Music with Miss Bliss. For today's lesson, we are going to be learning how to play the recorder. Now, some people don't like the recorder because they think that it's too loud or too squeaky. I personally think that it's a really beautiful instrument, but there are two really important things that you need to keep in mind in order to make a clear, quiet tone, and that is what we're going to be learning today. Now, if you've already been learning how to play the recorder at school and you're looking for specific tips on what to do to play better, feel free to check out the chapters in the description box below to find exactly what you're looking for. Let's start by talking about how to hold the recorder. When you go to play your recorder, you want to put your left hand on the top and your right hand on the bottom. Now, you might be thinking, why do I have to do that? I can just put my right hand on top and my left hand on the bottom, and it works great either way. The reason why we want you to put your left hand on the top when you play is because the recorder is very closely related to the flute and the clarinet and the saxophone. They are all part of the woodwind family. And especially with the flute, when you play it, your left hand is going to be closest to your mouth and your right hand is going to be farther away. So all they did to go from the recorder to the flute is to turn it sideways. But if I put my right hand on the top and my left hand on the bottom and then I try to play it sideways, that's a lot less comfortable and my hands are already all twisted up over each other. So that is why you want to make sure that your left hand is on the top. One other really great thing about learning the recorder is that because it is related to other woodwind instruments such as the flute and the clarinet and the saxophone, is that a lot of the fingerings or the places where you are putting your fingers to make the different notes are similar. So when you go from playing recorder to playing flute or clarinet or saxophone, you will already know some of those notes. Now let's talk about how to make a sound or produce a sound on a recorder. The way that sound is produced in your recorder is that you are going to use your mouth to push air through the top. If you notice on your recorder, there's going to be a hole in the top, and then there's also this piece right here, which is also a hole, and this one is called the window. And if you notice, it is slanted right here, and that is because the recorder is making a sharp edge for the air to pass over and vibrate in order to produce that sound. Now you might be thinking that you need a whole lot of air in order to get a good note to come out of the recorder, but that is one of the first key things that we're going to be talking about, and that is that your air is super important and you actually don't need to blow very hard or push air through the recorder really quickly in order to make a good sound. So the amount of air is very, very important when you first go to play the recorder. Now, if you use too much air, what's going to happen is your air is going to make this sound piece vibrate so much that it squeaks, and that is one reason that a lot of people don't like the recorder, is because they think of it as very squeaky. But if you hold back some of that air and blow very gently, you'll be able to make a nice, clear, beautiful, quiet tone. One of the ways that I like to talk to my students about getting ready to play their first sound on a recorder is to do a very simple exercise, and all you need is a finger. So what you're going to do is you're going to hold your finger out in front of you like a birthday candle. And if you go and try and blow it like a birthday candle like this, that is way too hard. You can hear the sound of the air moving out of my mouth and across my finger. And that's how you know that it's too much air. So what you want to do is you want to use a very small amount of air that's gently directed at the tip of your finger. And one other thing is if you're blowing too hard, the air on your finger will feel very cold. But if you're blowing gently and just right, the air on your finger will feel warm, just like this. You should be blowing just enough so that you can barely feel it moving across your finger. Let's try it together. Are we ready? 1, 2, 3. Great job. Now that we've practiced that, let's get ready to make our first sound on the recorder. Let's learn how to play our very first note on the recorder. We're going to start by learning how to play the note B. Now, if you take a look at your recorder, you'll notice that there are 7 holes on the front and 1 hole on the back. And for this note, we are going to take our right hand and pinch the very bottom of our recorder to keep our right hand out of the way. And we're going to use the pads of our fingers, so not the tips. The tips are actually a little too small to cover the holes, and that is one of the ways that you can get a squeaky sound is by not covering your holes all the way. And so what you want to do is you want to use the pads of your fingers, the big flat parts. So if you were to pinch your finger together like this, you'd want to be using this part, and you will cover the back thumb hole and then the very first hole. And you want to make sure that you're pinching enough that you can really feel those circles of the holes in your fingers. And if you take your fingers off and you look at them, you'll be able to see, you might see an indentation of that circle, and that's how you know you're pinching hard enough to cover both of your holes. So now what we're going to do is we are going to get ready to gently blow through the top of our recorder in order to make our sound. Now, when we're doing this, I want you to think about, how do I sound? Do I sound too loud? Do I sound too soft? Let's just try and play one note, and I want you to think about that while you play. So I'm going to play, and then you're going to play. So my note B sounds like this. Did you hear that? Mine was nice and clear and pretty quiet. I wasn't playing too loud and I wasn't playing too soft. So I didn't squeak, and I also didn't sound like my air was wobbly. Now you try. Now if you played and you squeaked, that means that you should try using less air and blowing gentler. And if your sound sounded wobbly, maybe like this, that might mean that you need to use a little bit more air so that it's consistent enough to keep one solid tone coming out of your instrument. Now you try. Now that we've learned how to play the note B, let's try an exercise. I'm going to start by playing a whole note, and then you'll repeat it back to me. Are you ready? Sounds like this. Your turn. 1, 2, ready, go. Great job! What did you notice about how your note B sounded? Did it sound like it was just right? It was a steady, clear, quiet tone? Or did it sound a little wobbly and a little too quiet? Or a little too loud, like it almost squeaked? Remember, if it sounds too loud, you want to bring down your air pressure a little bit. And if it sounds like there's not enough support or that it's wobbly, you want to use a little bit more air. Now, instead of a whole note, let's try 2 half notes. Remember, a half note is 2 beats long, so we'll play one of those 2 times, and it will sound like this. Make sense? So now you try. We'll play it together. 1, 2, ready, go. Great job! Now that we've done 2 half notes, let's try quarter notes. So I'm going to play 4 quarter notes in a row, and you'll play 4 quarter notes in a row. 1, 2, ready, go. Great job! Now let's try the whole exercise together. So we'll play 1 whole note, 2 half notes, and 4 quarter notes. It will sound like this. Are you ready? Let's try it all together. 1, 2, ready, go. Great job! You've learned how to make a sound on the recorder and you've learned how to play the note B. I hope you have a ton of fun practicing the note B and experimenting with how to make a clear, quiet tone on your recorders. Don't forget to check back next week where we'll be learning the note A and how to switch back and forth between the notes B and the notes A. I hope you had a great time learning to play the recorder with me today. Don't forget to like and subscribe so that you'll know when more fun videos are coming.